The Nittany Lions will kick it away to start. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And we've been really eager to see this matchup. This quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what does a quarterback have to keep in mind when you face a group like this?
Well, he's just going to have to be dialed in. He's had a lot of success this year so far. This is a different animal, though, in this defense he's playing. He's got to be really good with his decision-making, throwing it, running it, pre-snap, post-snap. You make one mistake against this defense, David, they make you pay.
Yeah, they're a fun defense to watch, and this is a fun challenge for their defense, too, because it's an elite quarterback, right? Like, they can make you look like you're not as good as you've been all season long, so I'm looking forward to seeing this matchup and who wins it.
They're dealing with a second and long. And off from the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Leaves it with the running back. He's got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now across the 50 and at the 48-yard line, they'll have it first and 10. They're going to ride this running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's second and 10. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense going right down the field in 6 plays and now set up for first and goal.
After getting nothing, it's second and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And into the end zone for a touchdown.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Penn State's offense will take the field for the first time. And it was a collection of highlight reel plays time after time last week. He'd love to do that again, David.
Oh, there's no doubt. He showed you he's capable. He showed you the big play ability, and he can make those big plays for this offense.
Nowhere to go. The ball is loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Well, you got to know as a quarterback, when you're in an empty set, which means you have no running backs in the backfield with you, you got to be able to get rid of the football. And you're expecting pressure. The clock's going to go off in your head. Not a good job of keeping 2 hands on the football, and the defense able to knock it loose.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
He's got it on the move. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Yeah, 3rd and 1, you know what time it is. It's about the big boys up front. You got to give me a little bit of space, a little crack. You just can't give up that penetration so my running back can fall forward just like that and get the first down.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. And it's in there for a touchdown.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Creates a little space. Got enough for the first. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Nittany Lions, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Wants to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And this defense picking up right where it left off. Last week put a great game together. Really shut down an opponent. Now you can tell, man, they're going to make you earn everything you get. This offense is going to have to find a way to find some holes because we haven't seen them the last couple of weeks.
And after the big play to start the drive, now 2 straight incompletions, and they need to find a way on third down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Nittany Lions will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. They're going to open this drive with a pass, using the quick game. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
That's just a tremendous individual effort by the defender. He's able to defeat his block and get to the ball and get the ball down on the ground. Very, very nice job.
They'll give it to the back. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Working that left side now. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Wants to go up top on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Open space at the 25. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
What a start for this offense throwing the ball. I love how they've come out in this game, and they've been aggressive. They've already scored a touchdown, and here they are taking another shot and getting a big play. If you're on defense, you have got to find a way to slow this quarterback down.
Gets it out fast. Put the clamps on that ball and strolled into the end zone for a touchdown. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the first quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but, I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field or else this one's going to get ugly fast.
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat and thrown over their heads, they need to make some adjustments earlier than they probably anticipated because right now they have no answers for this offense.
Here's the handoff. Shakes off the defender. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball.
They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Using the back as a receiver on the screen.
I love the play call on third down. You're trying to get the running back involved on a screen pass. You just got to get it better executed. They couldn't block it good enough up front, and now they're facing fourth.
He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. They'll start this drive going to the air. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. Behind the chains now on second and long. Misfired on the last play, they'll go back to the air. This time he's got his man. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. Fires to the big fella. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. They go to the ground. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Firing to the right, complete. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the...
Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to plow on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Here comes the heat. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it. Got in the backfield, got the big play.
Takes the handoff. It's Toner. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Trying to make magic with his feet.
It's a little demoralizing, too, I think, if you're on defense, because it looked like you had him, right? It's 3rd down. Everybody's getting ready for a big sack. They're pinning their ears back, trying to get upfield. You just can't make the play. Quarterback's able to escape. He doesn't get the first down, but he did get nice yardage, so I'm curious to see what they do here on 4th.
Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. And now this offense will take the field again. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Delay game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. The inside handoff. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They're going to run it. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result,
makes the grab past the marker. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. First down for this offense. Looking to throw on first down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Bringing it back. Got the first down and more. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
And when you run these counter-type plays, you're getting extra offensive linemen pulling at the point of attack, opening up a crease for that running back to gash the defense.
Quarterback on the keeper. Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
To the air on first down. Got his man in the middle. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. And the Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Unloads to the wideout. Finds space on the right. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. He makes the grab. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Going right to work up top. Finds the tight end. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Making a play like that to open the drive can really get the momentum going. First down from the 43. Looking downfield on first down. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. Tackle is made at the 44 after the 5-yard gain and the first down. Wants to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. From the gun, the ground game. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's got it still on his feet. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
I'll tell you something, in college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions. In the first half of this game, he's been reading the quarterback's eyes, and he has been everywhere, an absolute ball hawk.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters of football there today in Vegas. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering 2 things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Allegiant Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. We are just about ready to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this.
It's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. And they get him on the ground. They get the turnover. They get a chunk of yards, and they are in business. Here comes the offense back onto the field. Running back searching for a hole. Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with a pickup of 4.
Really nice play call by the offense, too. Obviously, your quarterback's thrown picks on his last 2 drives, so you have to settle him down. And the best way to settle down a quarterback is to get the running game going. Put it on the big fellas up front. Put it on your backs. That's a really nice run, and that should help settle the QB down.
He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on first down. Buys a little time. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Operating in the red zone here on second down.
And the QB leaves the pocket, and he scrambles out, and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football. But the relentless chase, I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the 1st down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication.
Gets it in there for the touchdown.
This guy's an excellent route runner, and he has really good hands. You've got to. That's now his 3rd receiving touchdown. They've only played 3 games. Nobody can cover this guy up to this point of the season.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced.
Breaks into the open. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Quick completion to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. The Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. The play action fake. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Nittany Lions line up to punt it away. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Off the play fake on 1st down. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this 1st down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Back to pass. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. They bring the punter onto the field now. They'll look to pin him deep. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run.
There he goes. They've got him now. He almost picked up that 1st down on the screen.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
Sometimes you might be tempted to get a little tricky there. Got a quarterback, he can fall forward, he can move the chains. Just do that.
Reese, I agree, because if I can't get short yardage situations with a quarterback sneak, I don't deserve to win anyways. So I better be able to toughen up, get a little bit of push, and get the yardage.
And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line. The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. On the run, it's Toner. Across the 25, he's got room. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. Throws to the wideout. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Penn State! Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll go back to work on offense. To the ground with the back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
And I think the quarterback throwing that pass off his back foot is what led to that incompletion. Just not as accurate as he would have liked to have been.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a third and long. Fires to the tight end. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the big fella. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on first and 10. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete to the right. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Give to the back. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. Oh, he had it, and he dropped it. Almost one of those big plays he's known for. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, trying to convert through the air. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul.
Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Right on the money. Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 13. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They go back to work in the final period of this one. The give to the back. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want to do. Late in the ball game with the lead, establish the run, establish the physicality. And you know what helps? That clock up there, it continues to tick. So let's see they choose.
And they're in for a touchdown. They tackle a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. He'll try to tack on one more. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Gets it to the back. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on 4th down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Takes a snap, wants to throw. They stop him short as he was trying to scramble and find his way to the goal line.
You love that decision if you're the head coach. You're trying to throw it in the end zone. Nothing's there. Good job by the quarterback, tucking it and running and just...
And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring. And the defense better do something about it.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. Get a big play like that last one, you flip the field, you change the momentum. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 38. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Under fire. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Fires deep toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Nittany Lions will line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Makes the grab at the 10. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. handoff. Keep working on that clock. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Maybe picked up a couple as he gets it to the 14. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
I'll tell you, man, analytics in college football now are changing the way coaches think about down and distances. And listen, I know there are probably some metrics out there that say you should go for it in that situation because the percentages are telling you you got a good shot at keeping the football and keeping possession. That time, though, they're not able to come up with it. And they've now given up the football with their backs to the wall. The defense now is going to have to dig them out of this hole.
And the Nittany Lions have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Trying to pound it in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They're going to run it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. Smashes it between the uprights. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just, I don't know, tweaked a little bit of it away with their fingernail. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball a wide receiver. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
And you got to wonder if this offense is trying to run the score up because they're blowing this team out. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and they're still taking shots. They're going to play until this clock reads all zeros.
Punch it out of the air. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Pressure coming. They get to him as he throws.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but this.
He lets one fly deep. It's complete. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And with that touchdown, man, you're getting excited. As a fan base, you're about to go to 3-0. A lot of things could go wrong to start a season. Everything gone right. That's a great sign for this squad. They got it rolling. Can they keep that momentum, keep climbing up the rankings, and who knows what happens at the end of the year.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has...
Turning it on! And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Looking downfield on first down. He's open on the right. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. It's caught. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Safe completion on the screen. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The Nittany Lions trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. They'll go with the direct snap. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Trying to bull his way in. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. And the sack all the way back at the 5. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.